Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for another video of the Nova Hoenn Nuzlocke. And if you didn't miss out during the last one, well, we just went and completed off with the Weather Institute, and now it's time to head off into where Fortree City is going to be. Now, there's a little bit of some side things that we can't go and do for a little bit, and I think that's what we'll be taking on throughout our way for right now of this episode. We're not going to really worry about heading on into any of what the gym is going to be happening. I know that we got blue that is going to be showing up within that gym here in Fortree City. Now, if you guys do recall from the last episode, we did lose out on a awesome member on our team. We lost Duggan, and now we have to try to build back our team and see what we can go and do within our way out here for this episode. Now, I know that we do have Van Halen. Van Halen is our new team member for right now as the time being, because I was just looking at some of my different other Pokemon moves for the rest of the other Pokemon in my PC, and I think Camerupt is going to be the one that is going to be somewhat pretty nice, because just by looking at what Camerupt has, it does have Fisher, which that is pretty handy. So I think I'm going to kind of leave for Fisher there with Camerupt and just have that one-hit KO move. And I did go and switch around with Guillotine because I think Guillotine has been kind of been overly abundantly used quite a bit within this Nuzlocke, so I'm going to go and switch around with the one-hit KO move for that one instead. So what I went and did is that instead of us having Frogadier on our team, I did go and add the surfing method to Baxter, so now we should be able to go and surf around with using Linoon for the remainder, well, hopefully for the remainder of what the series is going to be all about, because we still need to reach off into where Moz Deep City is going to be, and I don't want to have to lose out on another Pokemon that is going to be able to go and use Surf, because that wouldn't be good, or else we'll have to go and find another type of mod to replace for what's going to happen from there. Now we got ourselves with some brand new berries, of course. We got the Pomegg berries. Not really too familiar with what those guys do, but at least we have them just in case if we ever need to go and give that to anybody. But yeah, within our way though for Fortree, I know that we do have to meet up with Steven, get the Devon Scopes, and be able to go and spot out on all the different type of Kecleons that we can go and find. Now, mind you, Kecleon is a static Pokemon that we can go and grab around over here in the within our time of Nova Hoenn, so that should be pretty interesting. I don't know if those Pokemon are going to be strictly randomized or if it's not going to be randomized. I think before when I went and did a randomizer within Omega Ruby, I don't believe these Kecleons ever really had a randomizer function with them. I don't believe so, which that kind of sucks. It's kind of like the whole situation with the Audino sometimes, like in Pokemon Black and White, where you kind of run into an Audino within like the shaky grass. Unfortunately, that Pokemon just normally just stands by itself. There's like really no type of randomizer for it. So yeah, so there's this little thing right here. This is where you can get yourself for the TF for Hidden Power, and it's just a little bit annoying. They have to go through like this little sort of puzzle for this one particular lady. But mind you, even if you get one answer wrong, the other part is going to be right anyway. So if you figure out on what you're doing here, you should be able to grab it here pretty soon. And I think we did. So there we go. And we got the TF for the Hidden Power. So very nice. And now we can go and move off a little bit more. Now, I don't know if I already went and brought up anything within the two videos for today, but we're also, of course, going to be doing some more of what Twilight Princess is going to be happening, because right now in Twilight Princess, we are going to start reaching off into our way of what the Forest Temple is going to be all about. At least the good thing is that I do know majority of everything about within the Forest Temple, so at least I'll know where the different heart pieces are going to be at, and also where to get the Gale Boomerang before you even start worrying about what the boss is going to be all about there. It's just that later on, I think in the next other couple of dungeons, I may possibly need to use a guide just in case, because I want to make sure that I try to grab as much of the different heart pieces as I can, because I know that in Twilight Princess, I believe you could actually go and find heart pieces within the actual said dungeon as well, so you want to make sure that you go and do that. Now this is something that you don't really need to go and do, but it's just something that I kind of want to just go and pick up. But this is over here at back at Rune's place, because this is where you can get like a new item known as like the Proclamation or something like that. I don't really know all that too much about it here, but that is something that we can go and add into our key inventories if we do need to. Now here in the ORAS games is that I believe in that Scorched Slab area there is a whole little new section that you can go and do some exploring with, and we're going to be able to get ourselves with a brand new Pokemon encounter around over there, and hopefully we can at least go and find something nice. Now we'll probably have to come back to the Scorched Slab a little bit later, because I'm pretty certain, isn't that where you go and find Heatran in this area? Because I can't remember if that's where you go and find Heatran or not, because I know that Flannery is like somewhat involved with that, but I think that's much happening, I guess, in the post game, I want to say so later. But here's our encounter for right now in this particular part. It's a Shed Ninja, and I'm not really all that too excited about a Shed Ninja, because unfortunately those Pokemon are not really as great. Even though that they do have Wonder Guard and stuff, they only have about 1 HP, and that's about it. You can make Shed Ninja have 2 HP if you want to, but that's by using just with the Focus Sash. But anyways, we got this unknown here, which I'm pretty sure that this unknown is going to have to be broken at this point in time. I don't know what type of moves that this unknown is going to have. It's the unknown exclamation point out of all things, which that is one of my favorite of the unknowns. Now, I believe that unknown is actually somewhat of a special unknown, because I think in the original games of Generation 4, I believe you have to do all the unknown reports, and you won't be able to actually go and find the exclamation point or the actual question mark until you go and grab out all the different unknowns. I never really actually got to go and try that before, because again, catching unknowns is just a little bit boring, I have to say, to be honest with you. But there we go. That unknown is already down and out, so see you later, buddy. That was wild. That unknown has some ridiculous moves right there. It had Diamond Storm, which I'm pretty certain I think that could actually be somewhat of a move for Deontay, I think, if I'm trying to remember that correctly. But then it also has 1,000 waves as well. So yeah, so we got ourselves with a brand new move here. This is for Baxter for Earthquake. Now this was kind of a hard decision for me because like we got like some really nice good moves for Baxter at this point in time, and I know that during the time of this video here I was having a little bit of a tough situation on which one that I wanted to go for, because like that has 100 and then you have Power Whip that does like 120. So basically if I'm gonna lose out on Power Whip, I'm gonna lose about like 20 other amounts of attack that I'm gonna have, but Earthquake is actually pretty nice as well too, because at least you get to go and hit, I want to say, all the Pokemon that's going to be around you, and I think that would be somewhat relatively nice. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go and do it anyways. Now we do have Seed Flare, which Seed Flare is a little bit better than I want to say with Power Whip. So at least we got ourselves somewhat of a nice, good enough grass type move. It's just that we'll have to switch around into Archie later. But yeah, for Baxter now we have like Shadow Force at this point. We have Surf. I believe we have Bulk Up as well, which that's going to be pretty nice for the Earthquake. So yeah, so here's Wannabe Steven once again. Now, normally Steven right here would have been able to give us the HMO2 Fly, but instead, Wannabe May actually gave that to us either from, well, I want to say during, what was it, the last episode or so? And we were able to go and put that over towards to Archie. Oh, and there's a Kecleon right here. I actually know where most of these spots of these for the Kecleons are, because I know that there's like one that's like near a signboard or somewhere around in this area, and then I think there's like another one. Now I think it's like somewhat located, I think just around in the, well, just before you go reach off into like the Scorched Slab area, I think. But either way, if you ever do feel like you get yourself like stuck somewhere and you can't really go and move, normally that's because that there's a Kecleon probably blocking the path that's going to be happening. And I think there's like quite a bit of like those hidden Kecleons, because there is like, I think at least like 4 or 5 that you can go and find. Well, there we go, and we got ourselves with a second place at Knight. Come on, man. You should at least give me something a little bit different. You could have gave me like the Camrite. You could have literally gave me the Scissorite. Yeah, mind you, speaking about with all that, I may probably have to gen both those two guys in there. I'll probably do that at like probably the tail end of like when we start reaching off into like the Pokemon League, because like I want to make sure that, well, before anything happens, if we do lose out like on Scizor, or if we do lose out on Camerupt, I want to make sure that those two Pokemon are going to still be alive during the time before we start reaching off into the Pokemon League, and then I'll probably make my decision when that happens. Alright, so there we go. Got TM11, which that's pretty nice, which that is normally what you could go find here, but we do have a bottom area for where I believe Heatran is going to also be showing up as well too in this place, but we're going to have to wait a little bit later. Oh wow, look at that. So this area not only is like basically the legendary area for one of the specialty Pokemon from a past generation, but we can also go and find Latias, Latios in this area. I know that we just went and lost with Latias from before, like a couple episodes ago, which that really sucks. You know, unfortunately, we lost out on that Pokemon, which I believe that was to what, a Hornedrill out of all things? Like, that was just wild, man. I was never expecting for a Pidgeot to go and have Hornedrill and just absolutely decimating my old legendary Pokemon that we just went and got. Yeah, so this whole particular battle right here is going to be with us having to go and try to capture out with this with the Latios that was here. Now, there was a couple times where I was almost really close on actually trying to pick up with this actual Pokemon here. Like, I did get like a 3-shake, which I thought that was going to be it, but unfortunately I broke out, which I always hate that so much in a Pokemon game. It's like, if it shakes 3 times, it should actually at least be able to just go and just get it completed. Not like having to wait like another time just for it to like finally go and then just say that it's done. So here comes that with another Thunder Fang, and I think we're in enough good area where I think we should be fine for now. Yeah, so we got a couple, well, we got one more Quick Ball, we got a new Nest Ball, which we could go and possibly try. But here comes that with an Ultra Ball, let's see if it's gonna work. Aw, unfortunately I struck out at 1, but you know what, we'll go and use up most of all of our Ultra Balls here for this battle, and if we don't really go and pick up with everything right away, then unfortunately we're gonna probably have to at least probably knock out the Latios, so we're gonna probably have to run away from it. Oh boy, here goes with our Razor Shell. That shouldn't really do anything to us, because Caesar can go and handle it with all that type of stuff that's going on right now. Alright, here comes with another Ultra Ball. So I believe we had originally 5, so now we're down to 4 here, which that will now probably take us down to 3. Oh, come on, man. That was at 3. Come on. So it seems like this Latios does like to use Protect and also use Razor Shell. We have not really got to see what the other moves are going to be just yet. Oh, come on. That's a 1. Ah. Unfortunately, with these guys, they're just going to keep on shaking out 1, it looks like. Yeah, Payback's not going to really do anything, so that's fine there. Alright, here comes out with the Nest Ball. That should at least work, right? Normally, Nest Balls, I think, are something that deals with, like, low-level encounters or something. Or something like that, or if it's, like, the same type of Pokemon or something that you might have originally caught. I can't remember how the Nest Balls work. But let's go and throw out another Ultra Ball. This is our last of many ones. Come on, can we do it? Please. Nope. These Ultra Balls are rigged, man. They should at least be shaken here. But we still have that one other Quick Ball. Maybe we can possibly use it. Yeah, we still got this one left. Normally Quick Balls can sometimes work in a way. So we'll have to see. Nope. Yeah, I think Quick Balls are normally better when you go and throw it at the very beginning of the actual battle instead of having to go and just do it like right in the later end of the battle. So yeah, unfortunately we're going to have to go for an Ice Punch and just knock it out here. Yeah, so there we go. Sorry, Latios, but that's what you deserve. You don't want to go into the ball? Well, then unfortunately I have to knock you out. But yeah, so that's about it here for Scorch Lab at this point in time. But it seems like there's quite a bit of Pokemon to go find around over here, though. Looks like you can find like a Horsey there or a Seadra there, it seems like. You got like Dratini and a Zapdos out of all things, which that's pretty wild. I don't think we ever got to see a Zapdos yet. Oh, well, it looks like to be like there's a Kecleon there, because I know that that was really weird placing of where I got stopped. But yeah, so before we go and end up with the episode, we're going to have to go and head back to the Pokemon Center, get ourselves all re-healed up, and then I think for the next episode, we'll be onwards to where we need to go and battle out with Blue, and see what his Pokemon team is going to be all about. I may probably have to go and maybe do a little bit of a quick search just to make sure exactly what type of Pokemon that Blue does have, or maybe not. Maybe I'll kind of leave myself a little bit more surprised to see what Blue has. Because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what his, like, because, like, I'm pretty sure, like, in Heart Gold is still Silver, I'm just trying to remember what his team was all about. Because, like, he could probably have, like, a ride on his team there. But there we go. Everybody's all healed up, and I think we're all set there. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one of the Nova Hoenn Nuzlocke, and, of course, peace.